Greetings. I hope you're well and I hope you are doing fine. After a lengthy meeting last night involving the elders, the deacons, and the evangelists, the decision was made to resume public worship assemblies here at the Laramie Church of Christ beginning at 10:30 this Sunday morning. Now, while we're filled with gratitude to be in a position to begin moving forward in this regard, we also recognize that there are some unique challenges which remain. Because, on one hand, there may be some who feel they are too vulnerable to begin gathering in a public assembly. And on the other hand, there are many regulations which are required to follow in order to meet together at the building. And so, firstly, we have arranged our worship service so that those who choose to remain at home will continue to have the ability to join the assembly via live stream on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. And in this regard, the communion emblems will also continue to be made available each week. And secondly, we've also made all the necessary arrangements at the church building to be in full compliance with the regulations put forth by our governor. And so I'd like to just take a few moments to go over some of the most significant ways our public gatherings will be impacted, because I'm certain you have some questions. Like, when will we be meeting? At this time, we will only be assembling for worship at 10:30 a.m. on Sundays. While there will be no classes currently offered at the building, a brief children's Bible class will continue to be offered online each Sunday morning. And our Wednesday night Bible study series, In Search of a Savior, will also continue to be offered online at 7 p.m., as well as the First Sip of the Day, now occurring on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You may also be wondering about face masks. Our current policy is that all who attend the public assembly must wear a face mask while entering and exiting the church building. We just feel that these 2 points, these 2 periods, are when we all are most vulnerable. And of course, we're strongly encouraging everyone to continue to wear their masks in the assembly as well. Now, you may also be wondering about where and how we will be seated. The auditorium has been prepared so that appropriate space may be maintained. And we ask that households sit together, leaving enough space between groups. But what about communion and our offering? The regulations state that no trays will be passed between members. And so individual communion packets will be made available in the foyer for you to pick up as you enter the building. And we ask that only one member per household would gather the emblems required for their family. Also, you may continue to mail in or drop off your offering as you enter or exit the building in the trays also located in the foyer. Now, you may also be wondering about, well, what happens after the assembly? Ushers will dismiss the auditorium by rows after worship, and we will be required to exit the building immediately. Now, once outside the building, feel free to visit with one another while practicing proper social distancing. Now, there are just a few other items of note that I'd like to make you aware of. For instance, the kitchen, the fellowship hall, the classroom wing, and the nursery will all be closed at this time. And we ask everyone to limit their bathroom use. We also ask that everyone be wise in how they express their excitement in finally being back together, using our words of encouragement and gratitude and refraining from handshakes and hugs. Now, finally, some might be wondering if they should stay at home. And we feel that each individual must make a wise decision for themselves. But if you feel that you are at high risk or vulnerable, or if you have had a known contact with COVID-19 or really any infectious disease, or if you have been symptomatic within the last 72 hours, please stay at home and take advantage of all the online services that are provided. Now, this Sunday, we take a big step towards engaging in fellowship without any barriers. But we recognize it's just a step, and so it remains vital that we continue to be steadfast in our spirit of oneness and unity, which has no barriers. Now, until we meet again, keep checking in, keep reaching out, keep lifting up, and above all, keep on keeping on.